Hi, it's Belinda. It's Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I'm here with my Friday reads. I wanted to make sure that I got one in. I'm doing so good. Check, check, check every Friday. I'm usually not so good, so this is great. So let's see. What have I been reading? I've been reading same things as I was reading last Friday. No, I'm just kidding. I've been reading a couple of things. One is I've been doing a read along with Dee Dee and Read So Lit, and that one is I called it Kintu, but I believe it's Shintu. It's not pronounced with a hard K sound. I'm already learning because I told you how I botched up the names. I'm really enjoying that one. I have to admit, I had to go back and start again. And once I did, now things are sticking. Like I'm getting it, and I see who's he, who, and it's breaking down like the hierarchy of the people and the history of the kingdom. And it's very good so far. What I have to admit is that I've been reading it in the ebook form, but I've decided I need physical form of it. I think it'll be great and easier when I want to go make comments and discuss the book on Goodreads with the group. So I ordered the book. It was supposed to come yesterday. It hasn't come yet. So I'm hoping it's going to come today, please, before the reading is done. I am doing okay. I'm a little tiny bit behind, but I'm hoping this weekend I'm going to catch up and just be on board with it and be able to put comments. I haven't even went on to read discussion because I don't want to. The nice thing is that Dee Dee breaks it down by the weeks, so by this, the sections, so that you don't, the chapters rather, so you don't have spoilers, and that's really wonderful. So I will go in there once I have more read, so I won't be seeing anything I shouldn't. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. The other thing I mentioned to you guys last time was Henrietta Lacks, The Untold Story by Ron Lacks. I'm really, I've only progressed a little bit since then, but I planned on really getting into that a little more this weekend. It is very good. It's very easy to read. It's written in the, he's just telling the story. And so I'm really curious. I think I will definitely do a separate video with that book and talk about the Rebecca Skloot book. And if I get a chance, maybe I'll even watch the movie and we can talk about the three, because I'm really kind of curious about that one. So that is there, and hopefully I can get it done by the end of the month as well. The other books that I'm reading are read-alongs, and it's Kindred, and it's a slow readathon, or read-along rather. And we're reading all Octavia Butler's books, which I'm excited so that I can actually say that I've read all of her books. I haven't. I've only read a couple. So, and I don't even remember the other one. So this is the one that really stuck with me. And this is the first time when we started. And I'm really enjoying it. I am pretty close to being on schedule with this one, and I will definitely be by the end of the weekend. But I find it really interesting this isn't a spoiler on any of these books, but in particular in this book right now where I am, the whole concept of if I was able to go back in time, we talk about, well, what would you do if you're back that time? And the question is, if I could go back in that time, but I could still return when I wanted to, or I knew that I could return, the experience is going to be altered because there's an out, that you could be out of it. Whereas if you just went back in time and you were stuck there, you might respond very differently to the scenarios. You wouldn't be so much as a viewer, but more of a participant. So I like that she makes you think about things like that too. She's amazing. She was amazing. So I'm excited about that one. I am chugging away through that one. The other book that I'm reading is The New Jim Crow, and that one is Mass Incarceration in the Age of Colorblindness by Michelle Alexander, and I'm reading this with Alba, and I'm very close to our deadline. I will be ready by Sunday to give her my thoughts on our first wave of reading. But I find while I'm reading this that I am talking to her. I'm like, oh my God, Alba, did you read that? Oh my God. And then I want to go jump online and send her a comment but I'm trying to not, I know she does a lot of other read-alongs with people, Buddy Reads, and she's got herself, she's busy. I don't want to bother her with a bunch of email, but I do find that there's a lot to talk about in this, and it's just, I wish I had laid the book on my head and just know the information. But what I am grateful for is you know, if you can find a good person to buddy read with, and I have found that in Alva, that I know that I'll retain more of this book than I would have if I read it alone. So there really is a benefit when you find somebody that's, you know, you true to the pace, that, you know, can go to the pace that you want to go, but also has good discussions. So I really look forward to that. And I'm definitely going to write down stuff from this because I feel like I just want to remember it. But one thing that I do is I write all over. I know you can't probably see it, but I write all over the books. You know, this one's really bad. I just like basically underline the whole page. And some people really hate that. I primarily write in my nonfiction books because they're usually reference things that I want to go back to, and I'm like, oh yeah, remember the book said this, or this point was made, or this, you know, whatever. And fiction books, I tend to maybe flag. I'll use little flags, or I'll just write down what page number and a quote that I liked. But I do tend to write in my books. Do you guys write in your books? I have decided at the cheering on of my son to do a poll. So I'm going to do what he said, and I'm going to point over here and say, I'm going to put a poll up here. And if it's not up here, it's down there, but it should be over there. And let me know if you like, do you write in your books or don't you? I'm just curious if I'm so low on that, or people really just don't like doing it, or there are people like me that, you know, it's okay. It's going to be okay. Anyways, let me know. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will be back next week to tell you what's going on. Bye.